It is.
It is what it is. My man, Mark Daniels. Snaps. Team Toyota. What's up, Jacob? Look, check it out, people. This is what Kelly's watching here while he's working in on the Dream Machine 1.0. Put that on pause. How we living, baby?
Getting me a little inspiration over there.
Nice. What's up, Michael? How's everybody doing tonight, man? Glad you guys could join us. What's up, Mad Max? Give everybody a second here to chime in. Kevin, Sean, DeForest. Thank you guys for joining us. The latest and greatest updates on this little beast. Since you guys have last seen from our last update, we got the electronics wired up and mounted. So there's the quick release bracket for the first Garmin Echo Map. The second Garmin Echo Map on the bow. Live scope, hydro wave, all mounted nice and neat with no room to spare on the trolling motor. So that's where we left off. We had the custom wood deck fabricated by our man Dave Kazarski, temporarily mounted on the deck just so that we can get a float test and make sure everything was sitting where we expected it to. How did you think the boat sat level-wise with the batteries and all the majority of the equipment on the boat, Kelly, from what you saw?
My pre-calculations, yeah, I was pre-calculating, and pretty much with your body, your weight, and your distribution on that side of the boat, running that boat on that side, balancing how I positioned everything, and the gasoline tank in consideration. And one thing that everybody left out, kind of like blanked out too, is that we do have a live well up here that compensates balance too, as well as all of your gear will be forward here in this area, and then yourself on the bow.
And the trolling motor.
I mean, yeah, that weight factor distributed pretty well for the first float trip. And lead to say that we've had 2 people in this already on the water, and it seemed to, I guess they survived and they came out all right. They're back on shore, and we're just regrouping and going through the last phases of all the electrical work that needed to be done, rerouted and reworked, and continuing to troubleshoot and route. This is such a one-of-a-kind, non-production boat that's custom. That being said, that you are constantly readjusting and hitting little brick walls that you have to adjust around. So, you know, I just spent an hour and changed running an additional wire from the pump out here, where the pump out's going to be for the live well, running a wire now after the fact all the other wires are run through this little hole right here, and here's my snake, and I have to run 2 12-gauge wires, not one but 2 12-gauge wires through that up to here into this compartment to my pump out. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, things happen. We don't have blueprints. That was one set of wires that didn't get run that I've been working on.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're human. We make mistakes. We don't account for every single component that's been going on this boat. So we've had to backtrack a couple times and fix some minor things. And the unfortunate part is it is very time consuming. What would you estimate the level of time consumption over what we originally thought was going to go into this build as a whole?
It's just, well, considering that you've added some things and
some things
bling this thing out, you know, and I had to work around that too, and then reposition things as well to make it functional. You know, it's staggering. It's staggering, but this is a custom build, and it comes with the territory.
And speaking of that, I mean, the biggest update since then has been the wiring and the amount of time that Kelly and our friend Casey from Bass Brawl Outdoors actually has put into that part of this build has been pretty mind-boggling, and watching these guys work meticulously on the electrical components and getting everything rigged up so it all works properly and safely, number one, has been pretty wild. You want to talk us about the whole bus and switch panel setup here real quick?
Yeah, well, Casey, I'm glad Casey was here for helping me. Thank you, Casey, by the way, too, for saving my hands, for doing a lot of the crimping. I mean, there's so much crimping, and my hands are shot, man. All the wire cutting, the crimping. I mean, and then the fusing,
the rivets,
and all the connections are all done with thermal adhesive connectors. And that being said, thanks to Mark Higashi, who set me up with that, because that's what he puts in his boats. They are watertight. Once you do a wire connection, they're bulletproof, saltwater proof, and this will last. And that's the key. You want to launch and go and not have to think 5 years from now, 10 years from now about your wiring. You know, this wiring will last. It will. And that being said, that we're just, you know, going through all this wiring here through bus terminals, from switches to bus terminals to the main grounds, which I haven't hooked up yet. Everything's ready to go, and then this thing will be powered up. I mean, ready to fly very, very soon. But I'm just doing all the fine details and routing extraditional wires. And the last thing I was doing was the LEDs, doing all the LEDs here, you know, and mounting LED in here in the cockpit. I got an LED inside the compartment there where all your gear is, you know. Got an LED right inside there, so when you flip that baby open, you're going to have lights in there. You got LEDs on the bow here. So then, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So
very nice.
Other than that, yeah, we got our switch, actually our switch box right there, our main switch right there, which has a nice cover plate that'll go over it, and everything's designated for each area for where it's gonna turn off and on while you're running the boat. You can also, you got everything right at your fingertips right there. You know, you can work all the gauges and everything. Everything is going to be, as far as power, your supplies and stuff, right at your fingertips right there. So that's convenient.
Then we got little details like these grommets for all the hoses.
I had to cut those down, and I actually had to trim them, cut them out, and make those fit. Literally take an X-Acto knife and make that opening, make the actual size compatible to fit that diameter, and cut the grommet, sleeve, everything. It was just a lot of detail work with an X-Acto knife, but it's clean. It's no rubbing there, you know. So yeah, and then we got the micro. We got this micro here that we got mounted here.
Shout out to Carnell.
Yeah.
Our man Dimension.
Carnell, donated to the cause, I believe. So we have it's 8 foot, right? 8 foot pole. Yes, right. 8 foot pole that we have here, functional, and also rear LEDs.
What?
On both sides here. We got the LEDs. We're gonna blow it up when you launch at night. You're going out to the harbor, in or out. I'm gonna light this thing up and it's gonna pop. Yeah. Hey, you'll be in the Newport boat parade.
Absolutely. Super sick. Well, I mean, I think I can see it. All our viewers can see it, man. Whoever your boss is has been running you ragged. You have put an incredible amount of time, work, and passion into this build, and I, for one, appreciate it. So I just want to let you know that. But I also grabbed your list of items here to continue the build and get this thing all wrapped up. So what else do we need that we've been freaking ordering tons of?
The stainless clamps are a lifesaver. I don't know how many we're up to now, but it's like going to be pushing 20 plus.
Yeah, that's a third bag of 10.
Clamp. It's a lot of clamps. I mean, just all the routing and intersections that we have to do. There's a lot, guys. A lot of work involved in here. You know, you don't want anything rubbing. You don't want anything as far as having any issues, period, with your plumbing, your electrical. It all has to be routed accordingly, you know, for the long haul. And for rough water, you got to think about that.
These guys all think I'm going to freaking sink this thing and drown. So they've been overemphasizing safety and doing things the right way, but which is a good thing. What else you got there?
Yeah, this is something I could use too. These are the thermal adhesive shrink tubing. Let me have that knife. This is another item, guys, that, to be honest with you, most people don't even use. They just use regular shrink tubing. But this stuff right here, oh man, this will save you. This stuff will save you big time. And this is also waterproof. I'll let this box kick my butt right now.
So we've been using
my fingers are just tore up right now. My hands are tore up. Yeah, all the little detail work. This is adhesive. It's an adhesive shrink tubing, and what it is, it's got glue inside. So what happens when you slip this on the terminal connectors? Anytime you do that, you cut it accordingly, and when you heat it, it shrinks, but it glues each end shut. No water goes in with these, okay?
Nice.
And they have them different sizes. Highly recommend it for fresh salt water anytime you're rigging.
Any marine applications.
Yes, I highly recommend this. It's not cheap, but also Joe hooked me up. Joe Gata hooked me up and told me to go.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight, yeah, which I sent you over to. And then we're going to also do the seal around the perimeter of the deck before the sea deck goes down. This is a removable adhesives, caulking basically, marine grade, and I'll do around perimeter all the way around. So before the sea deck goes down, when you take a wave on, I don't want the water going through.
I'm not taking no waves.
I don't want the water going through in your compartment, so I'm also going to have it so the water runs, goes to the bilge and blows out. Boom, done. This will seal that, okay? Also, I have, for all the lids too, I have weather stripping to line and go around the compartments so no water will go inside as well and keep everything dry. That I will do. Anywhere where there's a lid, there will be weather stripping around. And the weather stripping, you know, to be honest with you, it could last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, what have you. Then you take it off, put new weather stripping on. It's 1/2-inch weather stripping, you know. It is what it is. You use it for as long as you can get it from, and then you take it off and put new weather stripping on. Other than that, I have to set up as far as the input, as far as inside the live well for where the water is going to come in. I'm going to have to fine tune that. Problem is this, we're very limited what we have to work with. Very, very limited, and I want to give the fish that gets a boat ride in there as much comfort as possible. So I have to make an adjustment on that intake nozzle spray head to do that. And then we have an 800 going in, an 800 coming out, so it'll pump in, pump out really quick. Too quick, to be honest with you. But I have a valve back here to make an adjustment. We'll have a valve up front to make an adjustment on the inflow as well. But the pump out, it'll suck it right out. It'll be empty real quick for that. And then as far as the wiring up front, guys, I'm going to clean that up there. That's kind of a mess up there. I I'm gonna clean that part of it up there. I don't like wires dangling and flopping around. They'll be cleaned up and they'll be all cleaned up and done really nice.
Awesome.
What looks in here, guys, this is all the wire that I'm going to be running. I'm going to be running this wire through, so 12 gauge for the pump out. So
what else we got in the bag?
You're crazy, man. Wow, they're selling these over there at West Marine, huh? Damn.
Well,
West Marine.
Like I said, I've noticed how this project has taken over your life for the past couple weeks here.
Dude, really?
And I just want to keep you motivated to get it done and show you how much I appreciate how much you've gone above and beyond.
This is crazy.
To help me fulfill this dream.
This is a little workhorse right here, huh? Damn, nice.
Honestly, the least I can do, get you ready for this upcoming pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn big bait bite we got coming up. Lots of new toys on the horizon.
I'm not gonna want to throw some of the stuff that I'm throwing right now when you give me stuff like this.
No, you're not.
I mean, this is solid right here.
So shout out to my man Ben over there at the Hookup Tackle for getting one of these in my hands. Brand new Shimano Conquest 400. Yeah. And I'm not sponsored by Shimano, guys. So just, I mean, take it for what it is. I think that's the best big bait fishing reel available, regardless of anything, including price. And it's just like my man Wax says, or I'm sorry, the Grinch. I got good taste, expensive or not, right?
Man, this is solid. Just you can just see by the frame of this reel alone is a beast. You know, there's no give in this thing. It's all torque. It's all horsepower here, man. This is like, honestly, I mean, this is as good as it gets. I mean, this is, you're at the drag races here, and this is it, man. You're breaking records with this stuff. Solid.
So yeah, let's get this boat finished so we can get out there and you can yank on something with it.
This is crazy.
Hey, that's not even the coolest thing in the bag, man. You forgot one more thing.
I can't see that far right now.
Hey, look at that, guys. He's smiling again. He was not smiling when I walked in here. Man's been at it.
I didn't have any blood going in my head.
I know. You've been working too hard.
All the blood's left my brain. Leaning over this boat, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I thought I was skydiving or something. In a mosh pit. Head first, it never came out. There's something else in there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, snap. There it is.
Oh, this is what I need.
2-way, 3/4 inch hose coupler.
This is gonna save my day. I can do a splice and I can add a hose line and do a connector on that, and that's for 1-inch hose. Actually 3/4 inch, but it's exterior 1-inch diameter, 3/4 inch hose. Typical marine grade size right there. This is the deal right there.
Hey, one thing I've learned throughout this boat project is the bass wizard knows his hose.
Seen a few in my day.
So anyways, man, we're going to wrap this up. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. It's been a while. We've been busy doing a multitude of things. So stay tuned, stay patient. We appreciate you guys tuning in. It's been a special build project thus far. Just want to give a big shout out to my friend Kotang. My man just passed last week, man. He hooked me up with these 3 Optima Blue Top batteries. So he will forever be a part of this special boat project, as will this man, as will our friend Casey from Bass Brawl Outdoors, as will Mr. Dave Pizarski, who did a lot of the framework with the metal, the woodwork on the decking. And yeah, just want to thank everybody that's been a special part of this. We're going to explore original, humble beginnings and dreams all over again with this. Tired? Come on.
I'm getting back on schedule. I'm not having dinner at 11 or 12 o'clock.
Well, we're not having to go till 1 to 5 in the morning anymore.
Well, no, those 14, 16 hour days are over. you know. So.
Well, cool, man. Well, I'll let you. I think we're gonna cut it out tonight and shut it down. Put that little MLF coverage back on for you, so you can see what Mr. Jacob Wheeler and Mark Daniels Jr. is up to out there. And you guys stay tuned. More to come. We're getting pretty close here. Getting word from C-Deck. We got some confirmation on some templates and designs, so that's coming. And yeah, getting closer and closer. Percentage to completion. What do you think?
We threw one out there earlier, and that was an understatement. So yeah, well, I got flotation, by the way, guys. I'm going to be doing some flotation in here too. So
yeah, safety, safety, safety.
I left out too, so I got flotation to do, you know. But the wiring end of it, we're looking pretty good. I probably got about a couple hours worth of wiring left, and we're done on the wiring. You know, a couple hours in the live well, we're done with that. You know, it's just a couple here, a couple there, and it adds up. But, you know, everything has to be done precise and accordingly. So you don't have to go back and reroute or redo stuff, you know. So, yeah, we're getting close. We're getting real close. Unfortunately, you're going to be out of town soon. So, but you're not missing nothing. This weather isn't.
Oh, man.
This weather's
brutal.
not helping.
52-degree water. It's not good for SoCal. Not in my experience. So anyways, you guys have a great evening. Thank you, Kelly. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Comment, like, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Appreciate y'all.